This game right here has some of the most interesting tech I've seen in a video game in a while. This game is called The Finals. Good evening, meatbags. This is the ISO. I have some interesting takes, I think, on this. Maybe some negative ones, maybe some positive ones. But the first thing is, wow, this game looks good. Holy crap. And it's optimized. And besides the obvious Mirror's Edge inspired look, it has fully destructible environments, like actually fully destructible environments. And what's going on here appears to be some kind of maybe client server meshing. I don't know how they're doing this with the netcode that they've got, but so another little bit about kind of the looks and feel of the game is that it's kind of like if you mixed Apex with like SSX, the snowboarding game, and then put like a Mirror's Edge look to it, and it's unbelievably sharp. However, that's where some of my dislikes come from the game. I find that the control schem's pretty okay. It's not too bad. It does resemble Apex quite a bit. The loadouts are, a straightforward system. You play to unlock various pieces of equipment, and they aren't really super complicated, which is good, keeping it simple. The way the aiming mechanics seem to work is it really does slow you down when you try an ADS. I wouldn't normally have a problem with that. It slows the pace of the game down a little bit, despite it being a frantic, jumpy, destroy everything kind of game. And another caveat that comes with that, though, is that everyone is a bullet sponge. You have to play like you're playing Apex, and that's less fun personally. Your combat's gonna last a little bit longer than usual. Typically you can use environment to duck and weave out of position, so you're not getting shot at continuously. There's different like hero mechanic style equipment that other players have that you may or may not use, doesn't matter. A lot of people resort to just explode this, foam grenade that hole, that kind of strategy, and it works pretty well. It's got a good dynamic, but I really have a problem with the fact that the respawn time is excruciatingly long, and also it's 3v3v3, which another Apex thing, right? Which I really hate it. Like, I really hate the 3-player game mode style. Quads has its place in the 4v4 kind of arena style thing. 6v6 is good, but like 3v3v3, it adds some chaos. So you have like different people shooting at different people, which is cool, but 3-man squads kind of suck. The main reason for that is the odd man out problem. So you got 2 of your guys go out, and let's say they get, I don't know, half the kills, or they're just bulldozing through the party, the opposing team, and the third man gets knocked out. You're left with a 2v2, maybe 2v3, 2v1, that kind of thing. So it gets kind of like broken into more tight-knit groups. It's hard for 3 people to really stay together and be cohesive, whereas 4 players, you have that round, 2 squads of 2 kind of situation that happens more often. So the third man usually gets left out of whatever action is going on, and sometimes he can pull a win for the team, but it's definitely has that like Apex, final game or final round where the circle is kind of get closed into a little tight, very close quarters thing, where the third man can clutch it, which kind of throws it off the rest of the lobby. It's kind of different than other shooters in that respect. I mean, besides Apex, of course, because I keep comparing it to it. But I think they have a really good outing with this game. It has it's free to play. It's being sustained by microtransactions, and they appear to be cosmetic only, or you could buff up your character to unlock more equipment. But they've balanced for the starting guns to not feel like they're underpowered, which is good. And it's interesting to see where this whole thing goes. I don't like the sports announcer style game either. It makes it feel cheap, and it also is supported by this like there's no loot boxes, but they appear to feel like a loot box. It almost feels kind of like Splitgate, that Halo imitator, which was really awesome. Like, it was a fun game. It actually had like cool mechanics. The portal thing was awesome, but like the whole thing was cheapened by the fact that it's just a mobile knockoff version of a game that everyone knows. I mean, I know the Finals is doing something very unique here with the destructible environment and kind of sports announcer thing. There aren't any other games that I'm aware of that do a sports announcer for a first-person shooter, which is kind of crazy, but it feels cheesy, almost superficial on a certain level. So it doesn't really feel serious enough within its own universe, and there's no real explanation, at least as far as the tutorial goes, no real explanation why it's like a sports game. So yeah, I don't know. but the atmosphere is kind of on my book, but the gameplay is phenomenal. Just the way that it is presented and it being a very well-running game. Like, I was running a RTX 4080 in this situation. It runs really, really, really well. And I think other first-person shooters, Call of Duty, should take note of how to do optimization in a game and make a game look really fantastic on top of it. Like, I never had a problem seeing people because the game had good graphics and there were no hang-ups. So that's my short and long review of the finals, and I recommend going to check it out. It's free to play. What's there to lose? It's on Game Pass, it's on Steam, and really, I'm interested to hear what you like or dislike about the game if you played it. If not, go check it out and then come back and let me know. I actually streamed this whole thing on Twitch earlier today. If you want to go check it out, Twitch stream link is in the description, and yeah, I'll see you online. Fly safe. Peace.